So, for today's chat, there's one main topic I wanted to go over. So, it's mainly about school. So, I talked about this in yesterday's chat, the one that I just recorded. And I was basically talking about how school takes up so much of your energy and so much of your time and just work that it's just crazy how much it takes up. And I was just talking about how this just can take over your progress in your life, and you just make so much less progress when you're in school. Like, for example, this summer I made a ton of progress, and that was only because I didn't have school. And I made, I swear, I journaled this early in the summer. It was as soon as school ended, it was literally 3 days after school ended. I felt wait, what? How did I just made so much. Just a few days ago, I was twice as bad as I wasn't I was half as good as this. I literally made as soon as school ended, I swear I realized literally 3 days later, damn, I'm actually doing good. I'm actually making lots of progress here. So school just takes up so much energy and time, and if you aren't planning to go to college, and if you don't specifically want to, and this specifically is your mission to go to college and become a doctor or a software engineer or something, if that's not your part of your mission at all, and you're just doing it because your parents are forcing you to, and there's even a better way to make money, if you only really care about making money, if you don't specifically really want to become this person, so you have to go to college, if you specifically don't, if you're not if school just not, you just don't care, it's just not important to you, which for a lot of people it really shouldn't be, because it's just a scam. School is just the biggest scam. And sure, yeah, a few decades ago, the best way to make money was, go to school, finish college, get a good job, and you're good. But there's a better way. And I'm not going to talk about that in this video because this video is about school. But I'm just saying, for most people, school should be outsourced as much as it can. So I've wanted to, I used to struggle with this because I would just go to school because I had to. It was just it just was not enjoyable at all, and it just wasn't important to me, and it just wasn't great, and I wasn't making good progress. And I wanted to make this video I wanted to talk about this because it's just something I've struggled with before, and I have a few ways that I've actually overcome this and sort of outsourced it a good amount, where I'm spending very little time on school nowadays. So there's a specific thing that I did that is crazy, and it helps so much, and I'll talk about that at the end of this video. But first I'm going to go over normal stuff that some people kind of really talk about. There's something at the end of this video that if you're willing to I keep dropping this shit. there's something at the end of this video that if you're willing to do this, like, it's a big change, but if you're willing to do this, it is crazy. It will literally, I'm not even joking, I did this, and I now spend per week maybe like, let me think, like maybe 15 hours on school, when most people it's like 40, 50, 60. I spend maybe 15, sometimes even less, like sometimes even close to 10. Actually, no, that's not true. Like 12, sometimes close to like 12. I spend maybe 15 on average, about 15 hours per week on school. Usually for most people, that is 2 days they spend 15 hours. Or even 1.5 days. Because of homework. So if that sounds like a good thing to you, if that sounds like crazy to you and you want that so badly, there's a big change that I did that really is just crazy for this. But it is a big change, and you have to like convince your parents of it and everything. So it's, if you're willing to listen to it, then I'm gonna speak about it in the end of this video. But first, I want to go over a few things that can help just in regular school. So the first thing is like productivity, basically. We think, oh yeah, we should outsource school, which means if we want to outsource school, that means we should like not really focus during school and just put it away and push it off and just not really like focus and pay attention and stuff, because you know it's not important. Which, fair enough, but the thing is, if we want to, the real way to do this is not by pushing off school, but by trying to make it so you're spending you're spending way less time on school, but this also means you're gonna have to work a lot harder during school. So you wanna have some some great productivity tactics, and there's a few that I want to go over. One is intermittent fasting, or just fasting in general, actually. Fasting in general, or specifically intermittent fasting, is great for productivity. I haven't eaten this morning. All I've done is drink tea, like herbal tea. It has like some milk, like a little bit of milk and a little bit of honey in it. But really, it's like maybe like, I don't know, like 60 calories. I mean, it's like, I'm not worried about calories. It's just like I haven't eaten a meal yet today. I haven't eaten like snacks or a meal yet today. And my brain is sharp. I'm not thinking of dinner later right now because, my mind is wandering and I'm not focused on this task. I am present here right now. And this is because I have not eaten yet. There's this statistic where basically most of your energy is used by digesting food. So when we're digesting food, our digestive system is using like a lot of like our body's resources and energy to digest our food. And when we're doing this, we have more energy on that and less energy and less focus on our task at hand. So when we're doing work, we want to be fasted because then we'll be sharp. If you think about it, when we were on our hunts, when we were like cavemen hunter-gatherers, when we were about to go on a hunt, we would, we wouldn't be, like, if I had just ate, if we were going on a hunt here, if I had just eaten like a bowl of oatmeal right before the hunt, would you want to take me, or would you want to take one of the other tribe members that's like hungry? If we're hungry, we want to get the hunt. We want to get that kill more than if we just ate like a bowl of oatmeal or something. We should be hungry while we work. And this is an important, really important thing that I could go over plenty more. But there's a lot more to talk about. So, intermittent fasting is great. You know, you can have like, you know, just a little bit, or like, I have had my cup of tea, like herbal tea here. I'm still good. I'm not like thinking about something else because I just drank like some herbal tea with a little bit of milk and honey in it. I'm still sharp, but it's don't eat like snacks or like a meal like full on food until you're done with your work, done with your hunt, which is like your work. So what you could do is not eat breakfast before school and just bring like your lunch to school, and don't eat until like lunchtime, or even don't eat until after school, because then you can like, because that'll be even better. But anyway, the next thing is no distractions. If you have like distractions, if you're like working with your friend and he's like making jokes like, and you're laughing and stuff, sure, that's nice, it's fun. But if you really want to get your work done, and you want to, when you get home, you want to work, you want to spend your time on what is important to you, then you need to have no distractions, or as little distractions as possible. Because if you have distractions while you're trying to finish work, it takes at least 3 times longer. And I am telling you, if you are fully focused without distractions on your work, you will be 5 times more efficient. You will be 5 times more efficient. Like, my mom is like blending up a smoothie down there or something. You know, you think about it, and then you like lose kind of track, and it's like, when you have as little distractions as possible, it's just, you'll be on it. So it doesn't matter. Do not be like, if your friend wants to work with you, just be like, no, I just want to finish this, and you won't regret it. Because there was this time in school where, I don't want to get too sidetracked with time. There's this time in school, though, where I well, this happened a lot, but I was, like, my friend wanted me to, you know, go work on, like, a paper, like, a thing, like play something with him or something. And I was like, oh yeah, I'll just finish my work later, and, you know, I'll just do my work while I'm doing it and stuff. And I'm telling you, I would have finished this by 1, and I started this at 12, I don't know, like 2:30. I would have finished this by 3, but I didn't finish it, like school ended before I could finish it, like, before I barely even got anything done. You just need to have as little distractions as possible. You will get so much more done. I promise you. You just gotta listen to me on this. So there's some productivity tactics, but the real, like, there's specific things for schoolwork only that will make it better. So during the school day, you want to get as much as possible, or even like everything done while you're at school. So spend all the free time and the time you have possible to get your freaking work done, so you don't have to come home and you got more homework. Instead of, you could have spent your time focusing on the things that are important to you, except you have homework now that you could have gotten done at school. So while you're at school, focus and fully go in on it, and don't be like, oh, well, it doesn't really matter because it's not important to me. You need to get that shit done as, like, no excuses. You just gotta freaking pound that shit. And get it all done before the end of the day, before you go home. Because then when you're at home, you can focus all in on what you're doing. Don't like put off school, because it'll be fine, and just because it doesn't matter to you, you need to just go ham at school and get everything done, and just then you'll have time at home and you won't have to worry about anything. Still have to optimize during the day. We gotta like listen in class and be like taking notes so we can specifically like get this done. It's just, you need to be focused during school and don't be putting it off because it doesn't matter to you, which is fair enough, but like you just gotta trust me. I've gone through this before. Now, if you're still here, then you're just awesome. But there's this one thing I said before, that there's this one thing where I only spend like 15 hours per week on school. And this one thing, that was crazy change that I did. I switched from getting on the bus and going to school, in a class where you like, yeah. I went from that to, I actually changed to a cyber school. Now, homeschooling would have been better, but my parents aren't like, they don't have time for that or something. So I'm doing like a cyber school, and the amount of it's like a really good one. So we only have class like twice two days of the week, and it takes like 4 hours, and then you're done. Like, you don't have work on the class days. You only have work on the days you're not in class. And usually the work isn't like a ton of work. So usually I spend like 4 hours on class days doing school. And when I'm not on class days, it's like 2-3 hours. It's crazy that this one is specifically as good. But I think with any cyber school, you're not going to be wasting time like going to PE, doing like language arts and shit. You're going to be spending so much, I promise you. There's no going on the bus, no stupid classmates. It's just going to be you and the work, and you're just going to get it done very quickly. And I promise, it sounds like a big change, but if it's really worth it to you, I think it's very worth it. I'm so glad I'm not in. I can't stress this enough. This was like the best change this is the best decision I've ever made in my life. Almost. Not that I can remember. This is the best decision I've ever made. So, do with this video what you will. But just know that I've gone through this, and this has worked for me. Peace out. See you next video.